Hey everybody, this is Don Mondo. Thank you for watching the jump off. I see my subscribers going up. I appreciate you all and I respect you all. There's a lot of channels out there that you could see. So I really do respect you taking your time watching the channel. And today it's going to be one of those topics. Some people might get angry, some might not be angry, some might agree with me. I'm going to do America versus Canada, but which one has better food? Meaning restaurants, better taste, more potent, um, better cooked meals, authentic meals, different traditional type foods. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you have to do it with country to country, right? But like living in America, living in Canada, I found it that each state has their own like food, right? So that's how America might be. So if you go to Arizona, it's close to the border of Mexico. So you got those mama papa stores that, they hopped over the border or they came legally into the country. However they came, it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, but we're not talking about that right now. But anyways, they opened up a mama papa store and that automatically they do a lot of authentic meals like chimichangas, enchiladas, chalupas, tacos, and everything else that they do, right? So, which they're like pork and barriere, I think it is a different style of meat called barriere, and then like pork tongue or something like that that they have. They have different kinds, different sorts of meals, right? Then you go to California, you got your seafood, right? So you got your sushi, you got your octopus, um, you got all types of seafood meals in California. Then you go to New York, you got your pizza. You know what I'm saying? Pizza, your real authentic Italian pizza. A lot of Italians live out there in New York. So you got those two huge slices of pizza that you pull up and the cheese is dripping down to the bottom of the floor and then you have to like eat it up like that's what I'm talking about. Like real authentic good cheese, good quality cheese, not that BS cheese that you get at Walmart and they put it in there and mix it. You know what I'm saying? So, food wise, it's going to be a little difficult. So, we'll start with pizza. Let's start with pizza. Pizza, I would have to give America. America, New York, hands down. Hands down, New York. New York, hand tossed, thin style pizza is top of the line. Best, very good cheese. It's a real pure mozzarella that's hard to find. They have a place in Windsor. Now check this out. In Las Vegas, they took first, second, and third. Italy became first, of course. Italy took first for best pizza, which is just your basic margarita pizza, but they use buffalo cheese. Buffalo cheese is like the most expensive kind of cheese on there. So like they make it. They make the cheese themselves. They squeeze all the liquid out so it doesn't make it all mushy and wet. The pizza it makes it like pure, and they can really enjoy their toppings instead of being all messy and saucy. As soon as you lift it up, everything falls to the ground. So, New York, then it's okay. So it's Italy, New York, and then believe it or not, Windsor. Yeah, that's right, Windsor, Canada, Windsor took third place, and it's called Armando's Pizza. Look it up, Armando's Pizza in Windsor. They took third place in Vegas for best pizza, and it's very good quality pizza. Like everything's fresh, freshly made. I used to work there when I first came here. I used to work there. Uh, my nickname that they call me in the States was Mondo, 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 Mondo. That's for short. So that's why I'm like, okay. So I went there and I'm close to the name. So everybody's like, oh, are you the owner of the store? Are you the owner? I was like, no, not the owner. I just came from the States, but I really like the name. And then they would check my name and they'll be like, oh, you're close to it. Like, we thought you were the owner, blah, blah, blah. But, anyways, besides that, I figured out how they make the pizza. A lot of places I don't like in Canada because they give you frozen stuff. It all comes from like Montreal, so it's frozen toppings, frozen pepperoni, frozen cheese, frozen dough. It's called Pizza Nova. It's called Pizza Nova. So they have frozen dough. That's disgusting. Like dough is made overnight. You cover it up. You come in the morning, you pull out how much dough you need for the day, and then you make a real good authentic pizza. But these people, they freeze their dough so it can last longer, and then you pay for it, of course. You pay for this frozen dough because they want, it's a franchise, so it's got to be pure. Everything's got to be exactly like every other franchise. No different flavor. So all the flavors have to be the same. One franchise cannot taste different than the other franchise. You can't have one place making the dough overnight and then the other place making the dough frozen. It doesn't work that way. You see what I'm saying? So, anyways, besides that, when I worked at Armando's, it was actually good, authentic style pizza, and I've worked in Brooklyn, New York. It's just different. They do different stuff here with the dough. When it comes to pizza, there's not much you can do with pizza. Sauce, cheese, and dough. If you got a good dough recipe, which I believe the original recipe is the best, yeast, water, a little bit of sugar, salt. A lot of people like to do like the old days where they polish. It's called polish or something, where they take old dough and they throw it in with the new dough and they mix it up. I don't know, man. That just doesn't. Like, you can't eat the pizza the next day. It'll become stale. It becomes stale. It becomes like a graham cracker. And you eat it like a graham cracker. It's disgusting. You want pizza like the next day for it to taste good. Like Lil Wayne says. What's the word that he said, man? What's that song? I love my. He goes, I love my PUSSY like cold pizza. I like mine like cold pizza. He says that in the song. I think it was like Carter 1, Carter 2, one of the Carter songs. But he goes, I like my did like cold pizza. And that's true. Like, a lot of people love cold pizza. And, a lot of my friends enjoy it, especially if you're hungover. Like, we used to party at Old Town Scottsdale the next morning. My dad had a pizza shop. My uncle owned a pizza shop. So there's always pizza in the fridge. So anyways, we'd open up the fridge, take some cold pizza, dip it in ranch, and it cures your hangover pretty damn well, okay? If not, then go to In-N-Out. In-N-Out Burger, I believe, is one of the best burger joints. So, believe it or not, I haven't found a good burger joint in Canada, and I haven't found a good pizza shop besides Armando's. So, if you're talking about pizza and burgers, the States takes that. But you got to understand, the burgers in the States, like, the patties are huge. And so if you come here and you check out McDonald's, you got a thin patty at McDonald's. It's super, super thin. But I guess they don't give hormones or steroids. Like, a lot of people say that they put steroids in it and stuff like that. And some farmers do. They give like hormones or they give steroids to make the cow bigger to produce more meat, or the chicken to produce more chicken. You know what I'm saying? So here, I believe in Canada, the burger's just more delicious in the States, right? Maybe because of the hormones and the fattiness of it, and how it smells, and how greasy it is. Here it's very lean, so it's very lean meat. As you could check on my TikTok channel, or I'll put it on my shorts. But I had some pork chops. They're really lean, like super lean, no fat to it at all, and like everything's super lean. So I saved the burger so you guys can get a quick little preview. Check this out. So here's a burger, okay? And look at that. So here's a burger, and that's how big the patty is. Not that bad. The patty's not that bad, not that bad at all. Like, thickness wise, it's decent size, the normal size of how patty should be. But in the States, it'll be a little bit bigger. But that's not, it's bigger, but doesn't mean it's better. It just means they did whatever they have to do with it. Cooking wise, how they cooked it, I don't want to make a mess here, but you could tell it's cooked to perfection. Perfectly evened out, like perfectly well cooked. Golden brown, that's how everything should be cooked. Golden brown, in my opinion. This is probably like a medium rare. No, yeah, this is a medium. It's for sure a medium. And anyways, that's how the burgers are here in Canada. not bad. Like, this is definitely on the grill. You can see the grill marks, and cooked to perfection. Everything's equaled out. Um, it's all colored the same. It's not like one side's a little bit lighter, the other side's um, more pink than the other side. It's fully cooked perfectly well. Now, check this out. Canada's really well known for their bacon. They love their bacon over here. Their maple Canadian bacon. So, here's how their bacon looks. This is your maple bacon, Canada maple bacon. They love the stuff over here. And in the States, we don't have that maple taste to it on the bacon. There is no maple taste. It's just bacon. But here, they got that maple taste to it. So it's very sweet, the bacon in Canada. I'm telling you, they got some really good bacon in Canada. They got some good burgers in Canada. So if you're skipping on a McDonald's and you go to like a local burger shop, you'll probably like the burgers more in Canada. But McDonald's is probably going to be better than the States, if you know what I mean. Now, you got the fries. You see that? Small fries in Canada, but like hand cut. They cut it themselves. They make it themselves. It's not frozen overnight. It's not anything like that. Nothing like what McDonald's makes. Like nice, clean. You could check how it's not like brown or it's not dark. That means they changed their fryer oils. So they're really good at changing their fryers. And that's just your good looking fry. And so yeah, their bacon's got a flavor to it. Like right now, I'm still chewing on the bacon, and I feel like a whole sensation of flavor. I feel the maple. I feel the meat, the leanness. Now you can feel all sorts of taste coming to it. Like sometimes in the States, you eat the bacon. There's no taste in the bacon. Like there's barely any taste in the bacon in the States. And some people like to overcook the bacon in the States. So it just basically comes like you're eating crackers. Just like you're eating pretzels or eating crackers. Like there's no flavor to it whatsoever when they make it with their eggs. But anyways, everybody's got their different taste. It matters in how you cook it at the end of the day. You know? It all matters in how you cook it. You can have, some maple bacon, but you overcook it and it becomes crispy. It's nasty. It's just going to become like, I don't know, like you're eating a burnt crust pizza. That's basically it. So skip that now. Okay, now these are just the basic stuff. Burgers and pizza. Pizza, I would have to say the States. Burgers, McDonald's wise, the States. You just get you get more out of it. You get more out of it. You get more for your buck. If you care about getting more for your buck, or if you care about more like better taste and quality food than the McDonald's in Canada, everything's more lean. You can get a better taste out of it, and but the patty's not going to be as huge. That's what I'm saying. The patty's not going to be as huge, so you might have to get 2 or 3 double cheeseburgers instead of 1. You might eat 1 in the States, but you got to eat 2 here. You know what I'm saying? So skip that. Besides the burgers and the pizza, we came down to that conclusion. Now we're going to talk about overall restaurants, okay? Always got to have your Gatorade, guys. Electrolytes. Gatorade is number 1. If you're lacking some electrolytes, and no, they're not sponsoring me or anything like that, but I always have Gatorade. You got at least a couple bottles a day. Especially in the wintertime, it takes away all the salt from your body, and this gives you everything you need. Salt, sugar, all the goodies to keep you going, all the electrolytes. So check this out, okay? So, burgers and pizza. That's just your basic meals. Get those out of the way. We're done talking about them. But if you go to Arizona, that's what you're going to have. You're going to have burgers, You know, you'll go to a steakhouse once in a while, like the Keg. We have the Keg here too. Somebody asked if we have a Walmart. Yeah, we have a Walmart here as well. Um, but like traditional meals, you know what I'm saying? Like authentic traditional meals. Here in Canada, you got oxtail. You can get some good Jamaican oxtail. I believe that's Jamaican. But yeah, you get some Jamaican oxtail. You can get some good Indian food. So you get some curry, get some chicken curry, garlic naan, lamb sad. If you like your spicy food, you'll go to a nice Indian restaurant because you got a diversity of people here. Everything, you know what I'm saying? You got your shish kebabs. There's the shish kebabs everywhere. You got shawarmas, which we don't have that in Arizona. I've never seen a shawarma in Arizona. Maybe it changed over time. I haven't been there in a little bit, but I've never seen a shawarma in Arizona. So here they got the shawarmas, which is basically like a tortilla, but it's not. The bread is thicker. It's thicker. It's folded like a tortilla, and they put chicken, beef, or lamb, and then whatever stuff you want on it, like lettuce, tomato, pickles, blah blah blah, whatever. They fill it up, and then they got their special garlic sauce. They love their garlic sauce. So if you're taking a girl on a date, she likes shawarmas and you like shawarmas, that's fine. You guys can kiss each other and you guys can have all that garlic mixing in with one another. Who cares? But if you're taking a girl on a date, avoid the shawarmas, because if you have a shawarma, she doesn't have a shawarma, that'll be the last day you guys go to, because they make their shawarmas very strong, like the garlic sauce. Super, super, super strong. You want to avoid that. So avoid the shawarmas going on a date here in Canada with a nice girl that you want to go to. Usually it's the Arabic ladies, like they like the shawarmas, or the white girls, they like shawarmas as well. So here you get a diversity of food, especially if you go to Toronto. That's bigger. You got everything in Toronto, right? So you got like pure straight up Italians, you know, just like you would in New York. But here's how it is. Okay, I gotta pick now. Like I can't just keep going rambling on and not pick, right? Canada or America? Best tasting food, best restaurants, and good quality food. I'd have to pick Canada. Canada wins this one. Sorry, guys. A lot of wins have been with America, but I gotta give Canada for best food. You know why? This is why. Because I gotta go all the way to New York for a good quality pizza. I ain't gonna get one from Pizza Hut in Arizona, or go to a local mom and pop store from Arizona who don't know really how to make pizza because they never cooked pizza in their life. They're just learning, okay? Or I want to get a shawarma. I want to get a good burger, or I want to get good kebabs. Like it's hard to find. You gotta find those local places. You go to Toronto, everything's there. You don't gotta go nowhere. 5 minutes down the road, a shawarma, like a shawarma palace. You can eat everything. You know, a couple minutes down the road, a steakhouse. A couple minutes down the road, you got Jamaican, lean cuisine, um, Chinese restaurant. Some of the restaurants that you see on my shorts, that I was joking around and everything that you see on the shorts, that was Vietnamese restaurant with the rolls, and they have beef rolls, or pork, like pork chops, or they have the noodles, you know, the teriyaki noodles that they have. It's amazing. The egg rolls, and it's just delicious. You know what I'm saying? You got everything all in once. What you're feeling like, you know, you're not obligated to. Like I know so many people from the States and Arizona say, "I guess we're getting pizza again today. I guess we're getting pizza again today." You know, like you can go anywhere in Toronto and just be like, just walk down the strip, downtown Toronto, even London, even Windsor, even Montreal's even more crazier. Montreal, you got everybody like from Europe, so they come with all sorts of restaurants. You got tons and tons of restaurants out there. You got all kinds of desserts that are to die for. And then the scenery is amazing, but that scenery you can have in the States too, right? You can go to California and have some good seafood on the beach. But Here you can go up on top of the CN Tower. Top of the CN Tower, they have a restaurant. It's like Drake's restaurant, I think, on top of the CN Tower, but they have pretty decent meals. Um, what's that? Wagyu. I finally found a Wagyu steak. That's pretty crazy. Let me tell you about this one. So the lady goes, I see a couple people, they order Wagyu steaks. I go, okay, Wagyu. I'm like, well, what's this Wagyu thing going on? Why is everybody ordering it? So she's like, oh, you got to order it at least one time in your life. Like, at least try it one time in your life. And I'm like, okay, I'll try Wagyu one time in my life. I mean, what's the big deal? And I guess what's so special about it is these cows. I don't know if they're from China. No, they're not from China. She says somewhere from Vietnam, or they're Vietnamese, or these cows are from somewhere out there, Australia. I don't know where they're from. I know Australia's got the best lamb. The lamb in Australia, to die for the lamb in Australia. Forget about it. If you're talking about some lamb in Australia, straight forget about it. It's delicious. So they got like Australian lamb here, you know? So like, where am I gonna get that in Arizona? I've gotta drive around. Also the driving, right? If I want to go to a nice restaurant in Arizona, I gotta go all the way to Old Town Scottsdale. Say I live up north, you know what I'm saying? That's a drive. I gotta go 40 minutes. I'm saying if you're in Toronto, you got everything. Like all the restaurants, all a diversity of like religions and countries and everybody. All the countries are there. You want Indian food, Arabic food, Italian food, Jamaican food, the fish. The Jamaicans love fish. I've hung out with a bunch of Jamaicans. The Jamaican rum and fish, that's it all day. They go crazy off that stuff. And you know, Mexicans, there's not a lot of Mexicans. There's some of them down like in Leamington or whatever. So they have a couple local, you know, Mexican stores around here. El Salvadorian food, really good. But I'm saying everything's closed. That's why I gotta pick Canada, because everything's closed. I don't gotta drive anywhere. I can literally walk right down the street right now and have a nice Indian restaurant and have their dessert, and not just have a cheesecake, but have their sweets that they have, Indian sweets. Or say I'm feeling, what's something rare? They got all kinds of different rare meals. A braza, I think that there's braza in the States, but you put it like green or red. Green means keep going, red means stop, but they come with all different foods. Like it's all the animals, all sea animals and all land animals, and it keeps going in rotation. This one is this one is that. You know, this is this animal, and you could try them all if you want. You know what I'm saying? And for the vegans out there, if you're vegan and you don't prefer that, they got vegan restaurants here. They got vegan burgers. They got vegan. It's like a place they just opened up, like all vegan. So, but it's not far. That's what I'm saying. Like if you want, okay, I'm vegan. You got to go far to get vegan food, right? You got to go far. You got to go wherever you got to go for vegan food. Like if you're in Arizona or New York, I guess New York would be similar. So if you got to compare New York, but there's not a lot of diversity. There's culture, but it's mostly Italians. You got your burgers and pizza, and that's it. So Canada, definitely, when it comes to all the countries in the world, like they're here. Like Cambodian, name a country and it's in Canada. There's everybody in the world is in Canada. Like all kinds of religions and people. So there's not one that you're gonna miss. Like you name me one and I'll tell you, yes, it's here and they have a restaurant at this place. You know what I'm saying? And now we'll go for the food. So the food, why I pick Canada, here's another reason why I pick Canada. Believe it or not, I know it's weird. They have their milk in not cartons, but they have the milk in bags. Like they put their milk in bags. So you gotta cut the top, snip the top, and then dump it, or just keep it in like a little thing, but they're in bags, right? Milk in bags. Doesn't matter where they put their milk. The milk in Canada tastes way fresher than the milk in America. I don't know how to explain it to you. If you just take something out of the bottle and you drink it from the States, it feels like How I would know is like it'll upset your stomach or it'll bulk your stomach up or you feel kind of nauseous or whatever. We tried that in football practice. We used to go for football practice and as like a not a joke, but as a like whoever ends up being last place, right? They got to do this competition. So they pick three guys, three people that ended up last place on a run marathon or on on a bench press or on a squat competition. Okay, whoever ended last place has to drink a gallon of milk. They have to drink a gallon of milk without throwing up. Yeah, we did that. We did that. It was sick stuff. I don't know why the coach made us do that, but he made us do that kind of stuff, which is really crazy. So a gallon of milk without throwing up. Okay, good luck with that. So it was like me, Macroll, um, Tyler Sturgis, and a couple other guys, right? Anyways, everybody that had like some people couldn't finish it. They were halfway down. They said, "No, I'm done." I think Matt Kroll finished it. He was the first one to finish it, and within like 2 minutes, we're like, "You can do it! You can do it!" Bro, the guy's head was spinning. He felt sick. He turned green in the face, and he just let one go. I'm talking about, and that one went almost hit our coach. That's how funny it was because the coach deserved it for made us doing it. And that coach was at least like 20 yards back, and he almost got hit by Matt Kroll's, throwing up. So that was disgusting. But anyways, yeah, drinking a gallon of milk. But I think you can do that in Canada because I was thirsty once. I had some ice cream. I think I had a half a gallon. Yeah, just like kept drinking some 2% milk or whatever, and it was nothing. I was like, oh, I can't believe I even drank that much. I didn't even like milk, and it was lean. It was so lean. It was so clean that like I was like, okay, I didn't taste anything. Like it was so lean and clean, I didn't taste anything. Like I felt like water. Like I was just drinking water. And the meat here in Canada, it's delicious. You know, maybe it's the hunting that they do up north. They really take pride in like the packaging, that they actually do it traditionally, or they got a lot of farms. I know they have a lot of farms out here, right? And a lot of farms are nearby. You know, like in the States, everything's far. So if you want to go to a good restaurant, you got to go far. Here is just walking distance. You get to try every single country, every single religious, um, cultures, food, whatever. Everything is nearby. You don't have to go too far. You know what I'm saying? And you got Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that. So you can just order this authentic meal and have it delivered to you. You can just have like shish kebabs and pork chops and lamb, some amazing lamb, and just deliver to you at the door, right? Um, so that's what it is. Like the states, will just take too far to get to places. That's the only problem. But the meat is very lean here. Like the meat in the states, we had a competition once for football. Okay, not anymore. Right now, a little bit older. Did gain some weight because just I own a pizza shop. So what do? Once the pizza comes out early in the morning and it tastes good, you're looking at that slice and you're looking at that mozzarella and you're like, no, I shouldn't have. No, 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 please get away from me. But it's just spinning around in that warmer and you're looking at it and you're taking the customer's money, but you're looking at the pizza warmer, you're looking at the slices. They keep rotating around and they're calling your name like, come on, you want this fresh slice. You want this good tasting mozzarella. You're like, no, I don't. You go back to work, another customer comes. By the time I'm looking at it like 2 or 3 times, you've had like 4 or 5 slices. So that's the problem. But back in the day, played football every single day. Every single day played football. Working out, track and field, and all that stuff. And like I said, I wanted to go pro, so I got hurt, tore my ACL, tore meniscus. Also, other stuff happened in my life that hopefully you guys will tune in my channel. I did 3 interviews today with some top YouTubers. Matthew Cox is one of them, and hopefully the other 2. I'm not going to mention their name until it comes out, but when it comes out, I'll lead you to their channel so you can watch my channel, and that way you can get to know me better. Instead of watching me, you'll be like, I've been watching this guy for a while, but don't know really much about him, who he is. Maybe if you guys see the journey I went through, my challenges, some of the obstacles I had to go through in my life, like everybody else, you all had to go through obstacles. But a lot of people tell me I got a unique story. It's different than a lot of other people. So they keep telling me to tell it like I should tell it online. I should just explain my story on one of my YouTube channels. But I'd rather do it on somebody else's that has a lot of views. That way people can get familiar, and then I can send you to their channel, and then you guys can see everything because they're better at the editing. I'm not really good at editing or whatnot. I'm really just old fashioned, got a good camera, good system, boom, and I just put it out there. But they do the editing part and what to say, what not to say. If you say the same stuff too many times, they'll take it out. They're better at doing that kind of stuff, so I'll leave it to them. I like to keep mine straight traditional, straight up. Later on, I want to do some interviews, um, kind of like people that been in jail in Canada that got out. You know, like talk about their lives, talk about stuff that they've been through, the diversity, some challenges that they face in their lives, and stuff that not a lot of people know stuff about Canada because they don't post it. They don't post it on the news too much. They like to keep everything confidential. So I like for to get people on here, and you guys can have an idea. Like my boys from like my people from the States, anybody from the States, all you guys from the States, to know some of the stuff that's going on in Canada, what they're going through. A lot of stuff you hear about it over the news, like, oh, Trudeau froze everybody's accounts. Okay, but how did that hurt the individual that went through it? Yeah, the person got his account frozen, but for how long was it? How much money did he freeze? Was it freeze at all? Did he release it the next day? Why was he playing games? Did they get any emails? What was it for? The truckers, why were they protesting? There's a lot of stuff that happened that a lot of people hear the news, but the news it's fake. It's fake news. I can't do it. I can't do the Donald Trump thing. He's so good at it, but just it's fake news, everybody. Fake news. Do not trust the media. If I step here and I fall, they say, look, he falls. He's getting old. I can't do it. I can't sound like him. But anyways, Donald Trump, he talks about it. Fake news. And now everybody is starting to see the fakeness. They're starting to see the fakeness. It's all BS. It's all a bunch of BS. Everything that they're saying. They're talking about the drones. Okay, the drones. So now, where are the drones? The drones are gone. Now wildfires started. So the drones are gone. Wildfires started. Anyways, I'm back to the topic. Sorry about that. I just want to talk about some stuff that's coming up. But other than that, we're here talking about the food. Canada food. The meat, lean. Very lean. I'm doing the swiggle, the wiggle. What does Donald Trump says? He takes off, he goes a different direction, but he always comes back to the source. He knows, like what we're talking about, the main focus of today. We go around, we travel around the world, we come back to the main focus. So, anyways, I gotta give it. Like, their bacon is good. Their bacon is good. Ketchup has a lot of has sugar. I don't know why, but they put sugar in their ketchup in Canada. In the States, the sugar is very salty. It's pretty good when it's salty. It's not bad, but people like it, and I kind of like it. Having fries, dip it in the sugar, or dip it in the ketchup, and the ketchup has a little bit of sugar in it, so it's a little bit sweet. So you're dipping it into like a honey garlic kind of thing. So it's not bad. And they do have the thing which I don't know. I had to get used to it, but I guess they call it a poutine. Poutine's a big thing here. I ordered my first fries. It was like from Harvey's, and I guess if I don't go to In-N-Out, it would be Harvey's. Harvey's has some good lean beef, 100% beef, meat, lean, and Harvey's does a good job. Harvey's does a good job of making a good burger. So if you go to McDonald's, that's just actually McDonald's is expensive here. I know some guys that take girls on dates to McDonald's. Like, let's go on a date to McDonald's. That's how expensive it is. You're looking at $50 to $60 for like 2-3 people going to McDonald's. You're spending about $50 to $60. That's a restaurant meal. So McDonald's is very expensive in Canada compared to the States. Taco Bell, all the franchises that were created in the States, it's very expensive over here in Canada. So, like I said, anybody going to McDonald's, you might be like, oh, you're you're broke. You're having McDonald's every day. No, that's a restaurant. This guy is eating at restaurants every day. To be honest with you, it's kind of funny, but it's not. Like, I feel bad for the single parents. Like, my friend, she's a girl. She's a single parent of 5 kids. So I feel bad. Sometimes I give her like $50, but it doesn't do anything, right? 5 kids, they all want like a double cheeseburger, another double cheeseburger, a couple of Happy Meals. It ends up going to like $100. $100 every day, $700 a week. It's pretty crazy. And that's just what? That's just lunch. That's lunch. They need dinner. They need breakfast. That's crazy, man. It's just the prices are insane. So in Canada, the prices are insane. I know my uncle. He came out here, and from Germany. Germany, I guess the prices are lower, but he likes smoking cigarettes, and he's like, I've spent over $400-500 on just cigarettes already in 2 weeks. Like, I'm going back. Forget about this. I was gonna stay here for a good month, but I'll stay here for 2 weeks and I'm gone. My money's already gone already, just on the food and on the cigarettes and everything else. Although the Canadian dollar is low, the meals are expensive. That burger I just showed you right now, I had it at a local restaurant nearby. So that burger cost me $20. It's just a burger with some bacon and some fries. $20. What's going on here? I don't get it. Like, when in the States you can get what, 10 double cheeseburgers? Maybe the prices have grown in the States. I don't know. You guys let me know. It's been a while. I'm gonna go back there soon. So it's been a while. So maybe I just been focused. I've been focused on my pizza shop that I have. I have a pizza shop in Windsor, and I got a coffee shop in Toronto. So I've been focusing on my businesses. Also doing a lot of crypto and forex trading. I'll talk about that as well if you guys want to make some money. But yeah, I don't know. Like, prices have gone up to the roof. So like I said, $20 just for this burger. That burger that I showed you, that looks kind of burnt, to be honest with you, but it's not. That's how they cook it here. They like to cook everything a little bit more well done. So the mustard tastes different. The ketchup tastes different. The sugar cannot taste different. Sugar tastes the same everywhere. Let's see some other stuff that they have. Other than that, just everything's close by. All the restaurants are close by. So if you like Jamaican food, which I never had Jamaican food, but I really like the oxtail. The oxtail is really good. They have really good oxtail with this rice. It's like colored rice. I don't know, brown, gray, like different rice, right? But it's really good. And what's some other stuff? I mean, America's gorgeous, but you gotta find those places. Here you don't have to find anything, because if you go to Toronto, everything's nearby, and then you can just go to it. But if I go to like North Dakota or South Dakota, what am I gonna get out there? Or Kansas City, what is it called? A bucket of chicken. I guess they're known for their chicken and stuff like that. New Orleans, I guess they're known for what? Their pizza. New Orleans pizza. We have a New Orleans pizza here. But like I said, like, you gotta go places to get the meals that you prefer, the meals that you enjoy. You gotta actually travel, when here it's all close by. And you might say, well, we have New York, it's the same thing. Well, New York, I guess, they might have a diverse city, but you gotta go to a different, like Brooklyn and Bronx. You gotta go to different cities to get those, right? Here, everything's all in one, right? You got an Indian restaurant, to a Jamaican restaurant, to an Arabic restaurant, to an Italian restaurant, to a coffee shop, to a bar, to a strip club, to the church, to a church down the street. Did I say strip club? A strip club, church, everything is close by. It's crazy. It's hectic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bar foods are really good here. They're not really big. I'll give the states. The states come when it comes to sports. When it comes to sports, they have a lot more sports bars. Here they have more restaurants, but the states they have a lot more sports bars. You can sit down and watch a game, and have your appetizers. So I guess when it comes to it, here's the thing: Canada doesn't have a lot of appetizers. They're not known for their appetizers. Very basic. So you got like your mozzarella sticks, your bread and mushroom, and that's it. In the States, they come with creative appetizers you can have. And they do load up the nachos more and stuff like that. Um, Cheese. The cheese in the States is better. I gotta give that to them. The milk is good here, the meat is good here. But Green Bay cheese, the Green Bay cheese hats that they wear, the Green Bay Packers, where they wear the cheese hats, they got amazing cheese out there. But they got a place here called Galati. It's in Windsor. That's the best cheese, like in Canada, Galati. But even Galati, check what some restaurants do. They get cheese from the States and they mix it with the Galati cheese. They mix it up, so they mix the two cheeses together to get that extra kick, to get that extra flavor. Because I believe the States has better cheese. I mean, I've worked in the restaurant business my whole life, like literally since I was 7 years old. My dad has pizza shops. My uncle has what, 3 pizza shops now. My dad has 2 pizza shops. My other uncle has like what, 3 or 4 pizza shops that he opened up. Everybody, my cousins have pizza shops, restaurants, and pizza shops. So when it comes to cheese, I know everything about it. Where they get the cheese, the grinding of the cheese, what equipment to get to actually grind the cheese. You can put it on your dough mixer. You can have it on your dough mixer and grind it. And I've got a lot of cuts and bruises and everything. And that's from working at the restaurant business. A lot of cuts everywhere. Just from working at the restaurant business. A lot of burns for sure. Got a lot of burns on me just from the restaurant business. So dealing with different foods all the time, dealing with the restaurant business, and then coming to Canada and living in America and living in Canada. That's my analysis. A lot of people might get upset. A lot of people be like, bro, you have no idea. American food is a lot better. Well, I lived in America. You tell me what's better. What? In-N-Out burger? I'll show you a burger, a smash burger. You got smash burger out here? It's amazing. Okay? You want to talk about what? Like, what do you get? Like hot dogs? Chicago. There's some hot dogs here. You got your Chicago style hot dogs. Okay, well, there's some Philly Frank's big old hot dogs that we got out here too, right? 100% beef. I'm telling you, the meat is better out here. You cannot beat the meat in Canada. No, no diddy. No diddy at all. When it comes to you cannot beat the meat in Canada, no diddy. That's in America. You can beat the meat. That's what diddy's for. So forget I even said that. But keeping it on. That's all we are, man. We're straight up to the point. Whatever we say, we keep. We know no edit, no BS. Not like those other people on YouTube that like to just talk a bunch of fake stuff, mumbo jumbo, talk about a bunch of lies, and a lot of politics, a lot of BS, a lot of politics, and a lot of yelling and screaming. I was watching No Jumper, and no, I did not get the jump off of No Jumper. I put the jump off because that's me. I've been jumping off from one country to another country, from one city to another city. You can call me a gypsy, I guess. That's the jump off. I jump off everywhere, go from one place to another, and then also the jump off because I like to play sports. That's another thing. Like football was my dream, my passion, my love, and I got hurt, and a lot of people got hurt too. I know I had some guys that were better than me. I had some guys that were about to go turn pro, and they got hurt. Full knee surgery, ankle surgery, anything. I had broken shoulder. And of course, you don't get it in high school. In high school, it never happens. It always happens when you go to college and when you're ready to get drafted and ready to go to the NFL. So, but then other stuff happened in my life that I'm gonna lead you on to the other channel. Once this person posts it up, I think he's got like 600,000 subscribers, which is amazing. Good for him. I wish that day will come for me. Hopefully, if enough people like my content, and it's just straight up raw content. That's what I think. What's on my mind, what I think about, and just plain cut, straight to the point. Not other people, not that BS where they edit, take stuff off, put it back in, and they don't like to say certain stuff because it might offend certain people. This is how it is. Canada's got better meat, no homo. What do you want me to say? The milk is better here, it tastes better. Forget about it, you know what I'm saying? The espresso, coffee's way better out here. Maybe out in Italy, or in New York. Okay, but I'm not gonna go to New York, but there's no good coffee shops. Starbucks, we have Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons and Starbucks are kind of just, they're even, but Tim Hortons is cheaper. And Starbucks got all these names that nobody knows about. Green macchiato, chocolato, moconato, fucuraco. Who knows that kind of stuff? It's crazy. The chocolato, macchiato, bacalato, locurato, mutusato. It's like you're reading the Bible when they go to Starbucks. I don't got time for that. Tim Hortons, I want a double. That's it. 2 cream, 2 sugar. Put it in there. Let's go. But here they got better coffee. I gotta give that. They got better connections. A lot of stuff is coming to Montreal on boats. A lot of stuff on ships, not boats, but big ships. So they bring a lot of stuff from Colombia. They bring a lot of canned foods from different countries. They got burek here. Burek, come on, guys. All my Albanians, my Romanians, all my Balkan people. Burek, where am I gonna find burek in Albania? If my grandma, if my nonna is not making it, my mom, my dad, if they're not making it, where am I gonna find some good burek? Some nice spinach burek, beef burek, cheese burek. Where are you gonna find it at? You tell me. Let me know. Where am I gonna go for that? I gotta go all the way to New York. For that. So the West Coast is very hard to get good food. You got your In-N-Out burger, and you got some pizza shops, but then it's not real pizza. It's not even good pizza, to be honest with you. I'll be completely honest. I'm sorry. And the chicken wings are huge in the States. They're massive, like big old chicken wings. It's like, come on, man. They were injected. That chicken was shooting up like Rodney Coleman. Fucking that chicken wing was bench pressing 225 more than you. And doing way more reps than you at the gym. They got a gym just for that chicken. So the wagon back at it. I'm doing the swiggle like Donald Trump. So we're talking about the Wagoon. I'm at the restaurant, Wagoon. I don't know what Wagoon is. But I guess what it is they have cows in like China or somewhere. Like I told you, I don't know where the cows come from. But they take care of their cows better than the humans. It's crazy, okay? So they have these cows. They let the cows drink beer. It's better for their skin, better for their body. I'm not sure. But the cows drink beer. They eat like the best of grass. They eat the best of everything. Okay, these cows. And they get massaged every single, and I'm not joking. I'm not lying to you guys. And they get like massaged every single day. Like every single day. There's one person to take care of a specific cow. Okay? But once that cow's ready, it's grown up, it's ready to go, like it's getting old. And there's a certain time frame, like from this age to this age, the meat is the most tender of them all. So that's when they do the chopping up, the packaging, and they send it overseas. Now to cook Wagoon or Wagwan or whatever it's called, but to cook it, you gotta let it marinate for a couple days. You gotta put wine and different wines and everything. And the meat is already tender. You could take Wagoon, put it on a pan with some oil, and flip it a few times, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, boom, boom, boom. It's cooked, it's ready to go. It melts in your mouth. But if you're eating in a restaurant, it's tremendous. I'm talking about tremendous. You gotta try it one time of your life. Just one time. Because trust me, you don't want to try it twice or three times. You do not want to try it. And I'll tell you why. But one time in your life, you must try it because it's that good. So I went to this restaurant in Toronto. That's where everything's at. But like I said, Windsor and London, same thing. I go to any, if I'm feeling a certain country style of food I want to eat, it's right down the street from me. It's only 10 minutes apart. Compared to Arizona, I got to get in the car and drive 40 minutes. Or California, I got to drive 40 minutes, 30 minutes. It's always a drive. The States, if you don't have a car in the States, you're done. You're finished. Like, you're living in the hood. You're living in your hood. That's all you're doing. You're eating your hood food all the time, and that's it. If you don't have a car, you're finished in the States. You need a vehicle. Here in Canada, you don't need a car, to be honest with you. You really don't need a vehicle. Everything is close by. It's not that far. And you can literally do everything by walking. Not in the winter time. It's too cold. But during the summertime, it's beautiful. Or if you have one of those electric scooters, or if you have like anything that's electric, just take that and it's beautiful. But anyways, back to this restaurant. So the restaurant that I went to, she said, "Would you like the Wagyu?" Like, people try it one time in their life. I heard everybody talking about it. So I decided to have it. I'm like, you know what? Let me try it. I'll take one of those. So I look over there and I check it out, and I check out, they said $40 for this amazing meat that they massage the cow, and they let the cow drink beer, and they take the cow, they do all this stuff for $40, whatever. It's not a big deal, $40. $40 to have a good piece of steak. So the steak comes out, the portion is literally like that big. Like, I showed you the burger, probably 2 times of that burger. So it's not a huge portion, right? It's a small portion. That's why they're saying $40 probably, right? $40 because it's not a huge portion. It's a small portion, but it's that lean and that tender. I chopped it up, or I can get a chef to do it. I think I did it myself the first time. Yeah, that's right. I went back at it because I shouldn't have, but I went back at it because it was gone. Like, it was gone. Within 3 minutes, it was gone. The stuff melt in your mouth. No diddy. It melt in your mouth. Literally, boom, gone. Boom, gone. Boom, gone. It's like, what the? And you could taste all the flavors. I'm talking about so many flavors all at once that you don't know what to do with yourself. You know how, like, you have that nice taste, like that ice cream or that something that you've been wanting to eat for a while, and you're just like crunching up, and you're all over the place. It feels like you're about to, you just had a good time with the lady, and you know what you did, kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? So try that taste. As soon as you have that first, the first Wagyu, you literally feel like that. You just had a good time with the lady. Now you're about to go fall asleep. So I was still hungry. I was greedy. I was like, you know what? This tastes that good. I don't come here often. Let me get another one. She was like, are you sure you want another one? I was like, yeah, give me another one. This stuff was good, but it was all right. It was tremendous, but it didn't fill me up. I want more. And she was like, all right, get another one going. They got another one going for me. Same way. The salt you can put yourself, the pepper you can put yourself, some jam and some stuff if you want it. None of that. Just a little bit of salt, oregano. Keep it traditional, authentic. Gone. I was like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe one more. Like, this is getting nuts. Let me try one more. One more, I've gone. That's it. And I was like, I get one more. She's like, a third one? And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, well, it's a small portion. She goes, I know they're small portion, but not a lot of people eat them because they're pretty expensive. And I'm like, it's okay. Give it to me. $40. Like, what? $40? Like, what? Well, I'm going to pay $120. But for amazing tasting steak, like, way better than the cake. You think the cake is good? This Wagyu, Wagwan, whatever it's called. This stuff is tremendous, like 100 times better than the cake. The cake is for rookies. That's like for little boys. We're talking about some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Third one comes out. Eat it fast. It's finished. Now I'm full. Now I'm full. I'm done. I'm like, you know what? More than satisfied. But you don't feel. This is another thing about Canada. When you eat the meat, or when you drink the milk, or when you eat a meal, you don't get bloated. You don't get heartburn. That's why I like the food here, because in the States, a lot of heartburn. There's a lot of obesity in the States. There's a lot of heartburn with people with stomach problems, with ulcers, with all kinds of stuff. Here in Canada, you have a good meal. You don't feel bloated. You don't feel bloated. You don't feel like an upset stomach. You don't feel weird. You don't feel none of that. You just feel normal, to be honest with you. You know, you might feel like a little ache, like, oh, I ate a little bit too much. Have a little bit of ginger ale. Settles everything down. You're ready to drive and get back to your mission. So anyways, I'm done with my food. Everything's finished. We're good to go. She brings out the check. Now there's a there's a party going on, like right next to me. Somebody was getting married, and there's a lot of people there, right? So I see the not the checklist, but the checklist, the check. They gave me the check. I'm looking at the check. It said $2,200. Now I did get like a salad. I did get like some pina coladas. You know what I'm saying? Some pina coladas, some stuff. But $2,200 for 3 pieces of small steak and a couple of pina coladas. Like what are you talking about? I was like, ma'am, come here fast and please hurry. You definitely got this wrong. Like whatever you're doing, you definitely got this wrong. Because $2,200 for some pina coladas and a steak, it's got to be them. Like you gave me the wrong one. You gave them like the other one. So go over there and grab mine and bring it back. And she's just sitting there looking at me like, this guy, what is he, a comedian or something? Is he trying to be funny? Like what was this guy talking about? I said, yeah, like go bring me my check, you know? She goes, no, that's how much it costs. This how much what cost? She goes, the food that you ate. That's how much it cost. What food did I eat? I ate 3 pieces of steak. I can go to the keg. The keg, what? 3 pieces of steak, $40 each, $120. She said, no, that's why I told you this is like a one-time thing. Like people eat it one time and like they try it and they don't have it again, or they have it like because they can have it. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like in Canada. It's different. Like you're not looking at the menu right. Look at the menu. It said 400. Okay, I am not joking. I will put it up if you don't believe me. But for my people out there that know restaurants, that know food, that know what I'm talking about, Wagyu or Wagwan, I call it Wagwan. I'm so mad at it right now. So mad at it, but it's so delicious. I want to go back and get some more, but I'm not doing that again because I kind of like threw up. Not threw up because I couldn't because it was so good, but I felt like a gag when she gave me the total. I was like, oh, it hit me pretty hard. I felt like Mike Tyson just gave me an uppercut to my stomach. The guy's like, what are you talking about? 400 for one little small piece of meat? $400? She goes, yeah, look at the menu, 4000, and like the other 2 zeros, you didn't see them? I saw 40 right off the bat, and I gave it to you, and I said, let's try it, because I don't know, I was kind of more looking at you, and you were telling me about how the ways that they were making it and blah blah blah. She goes, no, that's why I said, like, are you sure? Every time I asked her, are you sure? I was like, well, I thought you I meant like, are you sure, like, you're not full? Like, are you sure you can eat it? Because I could eat it. You know what I'm saying? I could eat it. And she goes, no, I meant the money-wise. And I'm like, damn. There goes my vacation. I planned like a whole like 4-day vacation out there. But anyways, I still had some fun. Like, but I didn't spend much. Like, I didn't, no popping bottles, no no crazy stuff. Hung out with the buddies, maybe, you know, just one pina colada, and had that throughout the whole day, and a few little hangouts. And I gotta go back to my city. I gotta get out of here, guys. But I had to do it. Yeah. That's crazy. That's the most I've ever spent. I'll put this on everything I love. I put this on everything I love. $2,200 on a meal for myself. That's nuts. And for all you millionaires out there, all you bosses that do this every day, you're crazy. Spending $2,200 on yourself, that's madness. Okay? But yeah, that's how much it was. It was like $1,600. The tax, 17. Then you gotta pay here in Canada, it's different. You gotta pay the waitress. You gotta pay the hospitality that she's doing, which she didn't do anything. All she did was bring a little salt, and like she's like, "You want me to do this?" I was like, "Nah, I can do that shit myself. Look, boom, I can do it myself. Like, I work in the restaurant business. I make pizza. I can do it myself. Look, anybody can do that. I'll take a picture. Like, fuck." Anyways, just because she had a nice little costume on and she looked pretty cute, and she was like Filipino or something creative, like something exotic or whatever, I felt bad. I was like, you know what? I can't tell her. I mean, what am I gonna do? I gotta pay for it regardless. Like, what am I gonna tell her anyways? So, anyways, half cash, half debit. I will never see you again. Have a nice day. Wagoon. That'll be the last time I try you, but you were damn good. So yeah, that would end it today, everybody. Thanks for hearing my story about the restaurant I had in Canada. That was the best steak I've ever had. That was the best meal I've ever had. But when I tell people about the price, they all get like the same hit as I do. I say 2,200, like they all get like that, and I feel it too every time I look at it, because I save the receipt. I still save the receipt, and I look at it once in a while, and I go, it's like that. But I'm like, but it was so good. But you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like food wise, I gotta give it to Canada. So Canada takes this one. Sorry guys, Canada takes this one. Just because everything is so close by, you can get all the food. It's all close by, and the milk is great. Like the ketchup tastes good. Like all like the basic stuff, the basic essentials that you need. Even eggs, like eggs that you get, they're very clean, pure. I don't know, even egg whites and stuff like that, they're very clean. So that's like there's not a lot of obese Canadians, to be honest with you. Look it up. There's not, like, I haven't seen any. I've seen a few, you know, kind of bigger guys, but like the women are like like Arabic or Indian or even Canadian women. A lot of them are slim, you know. So I don't know, and it's not like they don't have enough money to eat. They get pretty good money. Even the government, they pay them for their money. Not like the states. The states gets food stamps, $200 food stamps. What are you gonna do with that? $200 food stamps. That's half of my wagoon. Half of my wagoon goes for the whole month of the food stamps. So yeah, like there's not a lot of obese Canadians that I've seen, and you know, people here are in pretty decent health. I feel bad for what's going on in Canada. Hopefully, or in America. Hopefully, Donald Trump fixes that up. I guess he's bringing, I don't know, one of the guys that he's all about nutrition and everything. He's all about focus about nutrition and fixing up the foods and all these hormones and stuff that they're putting in the food and everything. Hopefully, he gets rid of all that. Hopefully, makes it much safer for kids to eat a burger and to eat a pizza without getting an upset stomach or an ulcer or getting some kind of disease. You know, there's a lot of people with a stomach, I don't know, stomach cancer. I don't think that's it, but like something with the stomach, because I heard a lot of people dying from like stomach problems that they're having lately and stuff like that. You know, and there's a lot of people for like in like older when they get older. But that's all starting from when you're young. Like you're eating all these fried foods, these fatty foods, and all these chemicals and all these hormones that they're putting in the food. You don't feel it now because we're young, we're active, we don't feel it. But when we get older, you're in your 60s, you know, that's why you got these 60-year-olds that can't move, or their stomach hurts, or their back is killing them, or they got the thyroid problems, or they're taking glucosamine or chondroitin, and they're taking a lot of stuff for their bones because they're weak. I don't know. Like, stuff is going on. The meals are not there. But if anything, like, I lived out in Albania, so the Balkan countries, the Balkan is all fresh. All the food is fresh. When my grandma used to cook, the whole apartment complex used to be like, "What are you cooking? What are you cooking?" And they would come up, everybody in the apartment complex, like people that known us like really well. I remember as a kid, they would come up to the apartment complex, and then my grandma would hand out little pieces, like it could be burek or it could be some pitas or whatever she's making that day. She's handing out food to everybody every time she cooked. The whole building can smell it. The whole building can smell the meal. Por favor, perfecto. Liderarás a la familia. It's perfecto. So the whole family comes upstairs and they're eating food and they're enjoying it and they're loving it. When somebody cooks here in the apartment building a meal, nobody smells nothing. They smell nothing. And they might smell it in their house a little bit, but it's not like a smell that stays for a while where the whole building's like, I wonder what they cooked today. But Canada, they do. Like in the States, when I lived in the States in the apartment complex, people were cooking. I mean, what were people doing? They're not eating outside. People were cooking inside their apartments, but I never walked around the apartments or like, oh, they had a good meal today. You know what I'm saying? But here in Canada, when I walk around, or the barbecues they have in the summertime, I'm like, damn, they're cooking well over there. They're having some good barbecue. They're doing something good, you know? So I guess is where you go. So the people that own farms, I'm putting you out of this category. We're not talking about it. So for all you guys that own farms in the States and that are farmers and that have this like traditional, like, you know, just pure food, that just like it's made in the farm, it's made fresh. I'm not talking about you guys. I mean, you're in a different category. But I'm talking about people getting processed foods from Walmart, Food Basics, stuff, you know, like your local stores that we have out here. That's what I'm talking about. You know, that processed food, frozen food that's been there for a long time. It already has an expiration date, and then they put a tag on there like, you got 2 days to eat this or it's going to be expired. Like, come on. Like, I don't know. That stuff right there kind of scares me because you don't know what's in that meal, and you're not going to feel it now. That's the worst part. You're not going to feel it now. You'll feel it when you're in your 60s or in your 50s. Then you're going to say, what did I do to myself? Anyways, everybody, always hit the gym. Now that I stopped playing football, I'm going to start doing that again. I'm going to start going back to the gym again because I feel like you need something. You need something to keep you busy, keep you active, especially if you have these amazing meals every single day. At least when you go to the gym, you feel good about yourself and you be like, you know what? I guess I can enjoy some Wagwan or Wagwan, but only one because it's $400. Don't forget, guys, it's $400. So don't let them trick you. Don't let a pretty girl that looks exotic from some safari that she's from, wearing this cute little outfit and telling you that Wagwan is one of the best steaks and it's really good and you should buy some. Don't let them trick you. They tricked me. Do not let them trick you. So let that happen to me, guys, but don't let it happen to you. I know you're smarter than that. Me, I fell for the safari exotic look. What can I say? Anyways, that explains to you food. Canada, you win this one for food. Thank everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Subscribe, like, leave some comments. Tell me what you think. If you agree with me, if you don't, it is what it is. You know, we don't all have to agree. Some people might live in a certain area in the States that they're around all this amazing food. Like New Orleans, I guess people tell me there's restaurants everywhere, like amazing restaurants. Or Michigan, they got a place called Greektown. They have all this Greek food that's out of this world. But Toronto has the same thing. They have a Greek town, an Italian town, they have a Jamaican town, they have an Arabic town, they have a, trust me, if you come out here, they have Chinatown, look it up, Chinatown, Arabic town. They have all kinds of towns out here, and they're all 10, 15 minutes apart. So that's why I got to pick here, because that's the situation. That's what I've seen so far, and I've seen how some stuff is processed, and I've seen how it's made, and I've seen how they take good care of it. So I gotta pick what I gotta pick. Don't feel offended, everybody. Thank you for watching the channel. Don Mondo, The Jump Off. More channels are coming at you. I appreciate everything. Much love, and gym, work out, eat healthy, and stay true to your loved ones. Respect.